Yo, y'all know I like to make these type of videos. I like to discuss stuff. If y'all new to my channel, what's up? My name's Hadi, blah blah blah, and all that. Let's just go into talking about this balance patch, cause this shit don't make no sense, yo. What the fuck, for real? Um, all I'ma say is y'all need to be fired, bruh, at this point, cause y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing. Why do y'all keep hiring people that don't fucking play the game and then balance the game and put these bullshit ass balance patches out? Like, who, like, why do y'all do this, yo? The February 2020 patch already made me notice that y'all don't fucking play the game and y'all just be adding the most random, dumbest shit to the game ever. So I'm a warrior main. I'm gonna just skip right down to warrior and talk about this shit real quick, okay? Let's see here. It says warrior. Warhorn. This skill no longer grants allies increased damage to the next two attacks. Okay, first of all, that shit was dumb. Why? Okay, I never liked that change to begin with. I hated that it was the next two attacks. Anything that says next something and you got like a certain amount, like the unblockables, for example. Why isn't it just a duration? A duration of like 3 seconds or something. It says 6 seconds, but it has 10 stacks. What the fuck? Why is that a thing? That's so stupid. Alright, so we go to Warhorn, right? I'm gonna go show you the skills for Warhorn. This is charged right now, as of today. It says charge gives you 10% damage on the next two attacks. Why the fuck doesn't it just give you 10% damage for like 3 seconds or something, or 4 seconds? What's the two attacks? I could, like I always say, you could waste that shit on a fucking random ass skill that you don't mean to use it on. I make a mistake and hit a button and or something, or I miss an attack and I'm wasting it on a stupid ass skill that I didn't mean to do. It happens. So just make it a duration. Stop giving it stacks. It's so fucking dumb. But they changed it anyway. It says the new change is they grant 2 seconds of quickness to allies now. So charge is now going to give you 2 seconds of quickness. Cooldown increased from 15 to 20 seconds. Swiftness duration, blah blah blah. So I didn't really care about Warhorn that much anyway. What's the next thing they changed? It says banners. Banners no longer provide attribute bonuses to allies. Instead, quickness is granted to allies in the area where the warrior uses this banner skill. And then the banner will continue to pass boons to nearby allies for the remainder of its duration. Each banner provides different boons. Okay. That was really dumb because the whole point of raids was that, let me show you what banner does. The whole point of raids was that banner gives you a flat out power bonus, right? If there's already someone who's buffing everybody in the party, you don't need more might. You can only get 25 might. So now banner is fucking useless because now it says banner of strength, might for 5 seconds. What the fuck? What's one stack of might for 5 seconds compared to 100 power? And then if I, use double standards, then the effectiveness is increased. So I think it's like 200 power or something, right? No, 150 power. Let's say 50%. Picking up a banner no longer reduces the recharge time of the skill. Instead, it can be carried around and dropped to reposition them. Picking up a banner does not grant the warrior additional skills, but they will continue to pass their associated boons when picked up. So if I'm understanding that right, you'll still have your main weapon in your hand, but you could just put it back down like a second later, 1 second later. I don't really fucking understand that. I will have to play it and see what they mean by that, because that doesn't make too much sense. That's how banners used to be before they changed them. Before, you could pick them up, there was like actual like bundles, and they had like a rush skill on it. It had an attack. It had like a give you swiftness, a knockback or something, I think. But before, they had actual skills on it. Let me look it up real quick. Look up what the skills were. Damn, where the stats at? Oh, okay. So, for example, all right, I'm reading this right out the wiki. It says staggering banner, push back nearby foes with staggering blow. That was banner of defense. You had, so these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skills. So your one skill was a stab. You could stab people with the banner. It didn't do that much damage, but like I said, you could place the banner, it'll be there, and then you could pick it up and actually use it as a weapon. It says inspire. It would grant swiftness. Sprint would run forward, ignoring movement impeding effects. So like if you had like immobilize on you or chill, it wouldn't be. It would just be normal. And then it says plant standard. Plant standard, I think, was a blast finisher. Yeah, it says 10 seconds blast finisher. Okay, so now you could just pick up the banner, and now the boons will follow you while you have it picked up, but you'll still have your weapon in your hand, I guess. I don't understand how that works, but that's what it says. I'm just reading it from the patch notes. All banners except battle standard recharge times reduced from 80 to 60 seconds. Battle standard reduced time is 180 to 120. Reduced base duration of pulsing boons. I mainly don't care about that, because battle standard, I mainly just use battle standard to finish people off or res my people. I don't care about the boons or battle standard. Battle standard is like really trash. Who uses it for the boons? We only use it to res people or kill people. We don't fucking use it to. That's what I'm talking about. They don't know who plays the fucking game. Nobody is using like, oh shit, I need might, fury, and swiftness. But I can only fight in this fucking circle, and I can't go anywhere where I don't get it. So like, who the fuck is using battle standard for fucking damage? Nobody, bruh. The fuck are y'all doing? So whatever. Who cares about that? Longbow got some updates, power coefficient updates. Arc and arrow now has ammo. Who cares? Nobody even uses bow. Who's playing bow right now on warrior? Nobody. A Condi build probably, but if you go to PvP or World vs. World, you won't see one fucking warrior. You probably see like one warrior running bow. He died in the swap class. He's not gonna be fucking playing bow. Bow is so fucking useless. The auto attack chain is weak. It's 2 arrows. They hit like shit. Don't do any damage. It's like a Condi power weapon. The arc and arrow hits like 6,000, 5,000, 6,000, but it don't really do that much damage. It's so fucking slow in this modern era where everybody has fucking 10,000 mobility skills. You're not gonna hit that shit off. So nobody is using bow in PvP or World vs. World. So I don't know what the fuck these changes are for. Frenzy. Nobody fucking uses frenzy. So I don't know why it says PvP in World vs. World. Signet of Rage. They just a tooltip update. Furious Burst also increases critical chance from Fury by 5%. That's under arms, so nobody uses arms when they play. I'm telling you, the only people who are running these stupid traits are like people who are new to the game, or they want to test out a build. Like, hey guys, here's my new roaming World vs. World build where I use traits that nobody uses, and it's not fucking useful unless you're playing against other shit players like myself. Vigorous Shouts. They increase the healing power on this shit once again. Increase 1.2 to 1.3. World vs. World. Increase healing attribute scaling from 0.75 to 1 in PvP only. Spellbreaker got some nice changes. I won't lie about that. Breach and Strike coefficient went up. Aura Slicer. That's basically Breach and Strike is the F1. Aura Slicer is the 2 skill. Blade Storm is the offhand. And Featherfoot Grace got a reduced cooldown from 45 to 35. That should have always been a thing. Alright, so let's go. We're going to talk about Blade Sworn now. So Blade Sworn, they said Electric Fence, which is this skill, ammo skill. Throw it down. If people walk through it, they get crippled. If they're already crippled, they get immobilized. So now it's saying that this skill is going to block skills, block range attacks. And Bulletproof Barrier is now going to be called Overcharged Cartridges. Using this skill makes your next 5 explosion attacks deal 15% more damage. Okay, that's kind of okay, because I don't know if I'll take that though, because for Great Justice it's too useful. For like might and healing and fury, that might just, and it says okay, well that might be a PvE thing. But in World vs. World, like fighting and roaming and stuff, for great justice match with the healed vigorous shouts. It's too strong to give up that. So I probably wouldn't give that up. I might do that for like duels or something, but for like just in Rovers Run Roman, you probably won't give up for great justice. So now what it's saying is it won't do this anymore. It's gonna put down a bury. It says it's gonna basically give you a damage bonus, kind of like the warhorn for warrior, which is charge basically, but it's only for explosion skills. So it's only for blaze one. Dragon Spike's mine reduced the distance move by 66. That was this skill right here. Let me reload my ammo. That's this skill right here, Dragon Spike mine. So it would drop down. It's saying that it's going to drop down a mine now at the place that you're standing at, instead of like halfway through your dodge. What I think they should have did is reduce the cooldown. They should have like either made this ammo and then reduce the cooldown, but remove the recharge dragon trigger maybe, because the cooldown is just too long, and the damage on it is not really that good. So it's like you're not really getting anything with it. The mine is now planted at the Blaze Swarm's initial location rather than midway through the skill. It explodes after 3 seconds, even when not triggered. This skill now counts as an explosion skill damage. Damage increased by 250% PvE only. Cooldown reduced from 35 seconds to 20 PvE only. So it's still useless. Nobody's gonna run that in PvP at least. Dragon Slash Reach. Projectile size, reach is the one where you throw out like a wave damage at the enemy. Tactical reload. In addition to its previous effect, this skill now also causes the next dragon trigger used to gain charges more quickly. It doesn't say how more quickly, it just says more quickly. So I don't know, maybe people will start to use Dragon Spike Mine and then use tactical reload. Daring Dragon, in addition to his previous effect, here's Daring Dragon right here, the last one, which is, I don't really like Daring Dragon because it's just too slow, but I guess if you use tactical reload and then Daring Dragon, then it would make more sense. So here's Daring Dragon right here. Daring Dragon basically makes you go back into Dragon Trigger faster. So only if you have the charges to do it though. That's the only downfall to it. You try to gain it again.
For great justice.
Yeah, so it's like this.
Once again.
It's so slow, bro. Nobody's gonna. I don't see anybody using that. It's just so slow. It doesn't work like how you need it to work. If they trying to make like some super samurai movement where he's slashing through the enemies in like 5 seconds and stuff, what you do need is those charges to reload faster, and what you also need is the dragon trigger skills to just be off of cooldown as soon as you see how I use. It's still on cooldown once I go back into it. Nobody's gonna use that. I'm telling you, it's too useless. They made fucking Unyielding Dragon way too powerful to give up for PvP at least. So people are still gonna use Unyielding Dragon because it ignore blind, it's a stun, and it's unblockable. So it's just too powerful. I thought they was gonna nerf it, but they didn't, and they kind of stupid for not doing that. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all don't play the game, so y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing. Tactics. Empower allies. This trait has been reversed. It now grants might to allies while in combat, applying 5 stacks of might with a 10-second duration on a 10-second interval. So that is this one right here, empowering allies. So it no longer gives you a base 100 power. It now gives might every couple of 10 seconds. Martial cadence, which is this last one, which I don't think anybody's ever going to use this anyway. This trait no longer reduces recharge of weapon skill. It now causes soldiers focus to grant allies 3 seconds of quickness in addition to its effect. So basically, you can make a might warrior. So what was that other one? Let me see. Let me go to the banners. When you place a banner, that gives quickness, and then you use martial cadence when you use the burst skill, and that gives quickness. I'm just looking at these patch notes, man. I really don't care about all the other classes. A lot of like It's just so much to go into. It's a lot of they talking about. Oh, it's just 4,000 words. Shut the fuck up. That 4,000 word bullshit. Um, who the fuck cares? Were you making a quota or something? I need to reach 3,000 words, and I'm just gonna add a bunch of other words so I can make my quota. So dumb. So anyway, the thief changes. Shadow arts. They sound really fucking overpowered right now. So it's saying that they get super speed. Where's the one where they get super? It grants barrier, shielding restoration. That trait fills a slot previously held by merciful ambush. It grants barrier to nearby allies after using a healing skill. Let me go on my thief real quick so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. So it's just not me just rambling on and shit. Shadow rejuvenate. This trait no longer grants healing on the or initiative while in stealth, and instead grants initiative when entering or exiting stealth. That sounds crazy because entering and exiting, you can enter and exit as quickly as possible. Like you go in and go out. I guess that's what they want you to do. They want you to get out so you don't just sit in stealth all day. But here's the one that I don't get. Hidden thief. This trait has been reworked. Stealing now inflicts blindness. Now, does it inflict blindness and you still stealth, or it only inflicts blindness now? And stealth attacks now inflict weakness. So now Daredevil just has fucking a shit ton of fucking weakness, which makes power build so fucking useless. Hold on, let me talk about that. Yeah, because nobody fucking runs trickery anymore. No, hold on. What's the one they don't run anymore? No, nobody runs deadly arts. Deadly arts was like the power trait line for thief, but now thieves are just fucking stealth spam. They didn't rework stealth at all. So it's only people just spamming stealth, which is shadow arts. Okay, let me talk about this skill. What was it again? Merciful ambush. What is that one? See, I don't know thief that much, so I gotta look at all of them. Okay, merciful ambush. Nobody uses this. Come on now. When everybody plays shadow arts, they either gonna use hidden thief or they're gonna use shadow embrace. Nobody uses merciful ambush, but they're saying merciful ambush is now a minor, which would be like right here, I guess, concealing restoration, and then it's now this trait now. Okay, shielding restoration will be right here at the top, and it's saying that shielding restoration it grants barrier to allies after using a heal skill. So I guess that's what they said. They said if you play Spectre, if you use a heal skill, what's Spectre's heal skill? Okay, so this is the Spectre's heal skill. It's gonna apply barrier now, but that but that heal skill already gives barrier. What the fuck? So it's gonna give even more barrier. Whatever. And I already got 2,000 barrier on the power build. That's crazy. So I'm gonna have like what 6,000 or 8,000 whenever I use that with the other trait. Whatever. I don't know. I don't really care about Spectre. They kind of weak. All they got is Twilight combo, and other than that, they got this shadow shit, which is really stupid. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care too much about thief, but I'm just looking at the hidden thief. Hidden thief is like the strongest trait because it's a stealing grants you stealth. Deception steals gain reduced recharge. So in this patch note, it doesn't say if this stuff has been removed. It just has been reworked. So does this mean it no longer gives you the reduced recharge or the stealth at all? It doesn't. Like, they need to specify that shit. But I guess I'm assuming that they removed it, so this no longer gives them stealth on steal anymore, which I thought was fucking dumb anyway. It's like, okay, first of all, do you understand how fast steal is? Steal is like instant cast. There's no fucking there's no like counterplay to that shit. So he can just steal to me instantly and get stealth, and it's like, how do I stop him from stealthing? You just can't. So he just stealth off of you and then be running around in stealth for like 20 seconds, which I thought was really stupid. But so far, I'm looking at these thief changes, and I'll put the patch notes in the description. But I'm looking at them, and I'm just thinking, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, nobody asked for this shit. Nobody asked for this shit. I see people complain I've been seeing this shit for years. And sometimes they just complaints like players be adding their own little dumbass little, oh, yeah, we should do this to the game and make my class powerful. Like, no, man. When I'm looking at these changes, because I don't just play Warrior, I play other classes too. And when I'm playing them, I'm just like, yeah, this is why I play warrior, because this is the only class I can really understand and I'm used to, because all the other classes just seem so underwhelming. Either they're underwhelming or they're overpowered. And I don't like to play overpowered builds. They just seem like Harbinger. Like they literally did nothing to Harbinger. They thought it was okay for a class to have an instant cast skill, which gives them all the boons in the game, and just left it untouched. Untamed is still bullshit. Untamed is still weak. I looked at the changes for Untamed. They was like, we changed one skill on hammer. No, two skills on hammer for Untamed. That's it. That's all they did to that. That class is so weak and useless. Nobody's using that. Untamed is so weak. Leader of the pack. The personal stance duration granted has been reduced. One wolf pack. Recharge reduced. They needed to change Doyak stance, yo. Why did they not change Doyak stance? Like, what are they doing? Doyak stance is so overpowered. Doyak stance is basically, oh, can you get away from me? Stop talking. Doyak stance is, on Ranger, it's the skill that gives them stability and they're immune to conditions, like movement and parent conditions. And it reduces damage. Like, that skill is basically an elite. Just on a utility. It's too powerful. They did not do shit to Doyak stance. Let me read this one wolf pack though. One wolf pack. Recharge reduce 80 to 60 seconds. Reduce duration 8 to 6 seconds, matching PvP values. In PvE, damage coefficients per strike is being increased. So that's like a buff to PvE. One wolf pack. And they reduce the recharge. But they reduced the recharge, but reduced the duration as well. So it's like a balance out. Okay, whatever. Don't really care about that. But yeah, let me go talk about Harbinger real quick. Do you see this shit? Let me read it to you real quick. Infuse your boundless ambition into elixir, gaining every possible boon, and then toss the elixir at the inflicting area. So the elixirs are supposed to be you drink them and then throw them. Look at the animation that happens. He just throws it at his fucking feet, and he has every boon in the game. What? And that shit lasts for 5 seconds. Do you know how powerful that is? That is way too powerful. Y'all not playing your own fucking game to understand that shit is not balanced. Coming around hitting somebody with one skill, he's doing like 10,000 damage on one skill in like a half a second. He has stability, so I can't stop him. He has resistance, so he's immune to condition damage. He has protection, so he's immune to power damage. All because, oh yeah, he doesn't have Shroud. But the mechanic doesn't work, the Harbinger Shroud. Oh, well, they lose health the longer they're in Harbinger Shroud. No, they don't lose health. They just gain it right back. It's like they're taking it away, then they're gaining it. But the way the mechanic works is like, it looks like they're healing constantly. It doesn't look like they're actually losing health. It just looks like they're healing. So you hit them. Oh, the Harbinger Shroud says it takes their health away, but they're actually just healing all their health right back. So all your damage you did to them just doesn't mean anything because they went into Harbinger Shroud and all that health was going away. It's a weird mechanic. You got to play it to understand it, but playing it, I understand that it's something wrong with the math that they did, or it's wrong with the mechanic that it doesn't work like you think it's supposed to work. I think that they should just lose the health and not get it back. And I wouldn't mind if they just did that, but they like, okay, say for example, Harbinger now, they do like all this damage the lower their health is, which means it's a high risk reward for being like near death, but make skills like they got to trait into skills that give them regeneration or something that helps them heal better. But don't just like their health goes away, but it comes back, and then I'm fighting this guy. I'm spinning. I'm telling you, behind the scenes, every game behind the scenes is basically just math problems. So say for example, he loses 10,000 health from using a potion or whatever. I do 10,000 health to him when I hit him. If he's using this fucking skill, he's gonna get that health right back. So that 10,000 damage that I hit him with didn't really mean anything because he's just gonna get his health right back. I don't know how else to explain it, but when I'm fighting a Harbinger, it feels like I'm not doing any damage to him because their health just keeps going back up. And it can't be just from regeneration. Regeneration is the fucking weakest boon in the game. I don't even know why it exists. But when you're fighting a Harbinger, it just feels like they're healing all day. It feels like they don't even need Death Shroud anymore. It's like, what did y'all do to Harbinger or Necro in general, where it's just like their fucking skills feel like they're healing all day. Let me look at the rest of them. The ones I thought was interesting. Blood magic, blah blah blah. Wells, chronomancer. I don't know. Other than that, it just seems like they didn't really do anything. This is like years of balancing and all this stuff. Like, I don't know what the fuck they doing to the game, but Grouch, CMC, all the motherfuckers need to be fired for real. Like, on some real shit, yo. Like, how are they not fired when they keep releasing these bullshit ass patches? I really don't fucking get it, yo. I really don't fucking get it. This is not good at all. Like, if anybody telling you, oh, thank you, A-Net, we needed this. No, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. All this shit is stupid. They should have added the cast time to this. I didn't even throw it on myself and I gained all boons. That's the crazy thing about it, yo. And that shit does hella damage too. Like, I'm in War vs. World, right? I get hit with this shit. That shit say like 4,000. How the fuck that shit hit me for 4,000 and he gets all the boons in the game and I get hit with every condition in the game? Like, come on, yo. The reason why Harbinger is so strong is because the auto attack chain shoots 2 bolts. For so many years, we've been used to auto attack chains only shooting 1 bolt at a time. So now this thing shoots 2 bolts at a time, and it does Condi. So you're getting like, what are you getting on you? You're getting 2 stacks of torment. So that's like 4 stacks every like 1 second, because it's a half a second every time you shoot it. So, and then they're gonna have quickness on them if they run in the trait. So you getting hit with this skill like constantly. Where's that trait at? Yeah, they're gonna be running this. A lot of people don't run that because they don't really care about Condi builds. They want to dish out as much damage as possible. And this shit says it pulses quickness while you're in Harbinger Shroud. So imagine you getting hit by this shit every like 1 second. I got like 15 torment on me in like 5 seconds. And then he hits me with the, what's the other skill called? Let me wait until I can go back into it. He hits me with, alright, so not only does he have quickness from using this, definitely haste, and the pulsing quickness on him. He hits me with that bam, 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 bam. Then he hits me with the skill 2. Then I got 20 torment on me in like 5 seconds. What the fuck, yo? New players coming into that. It's the most overpowered shit ever, yo. People getting blown up, dying in like 2 seconds. It doesn't make no sense, yo. I literally made a video on this shit. I got like 10 hours on Harbinger. I'm going in the War vs. World, fucking people up in like 2 seconds. Oh, well, it's fun. I'm having fun on my class. Like, no, yo, it's not about. I mean, it is, at the end of the day, it is about fun, but at the same time, it's not fun for everybody if it's imbalanced and everybody's just running around blowing people up on some bullshit, yo. Like, come on, yo. We thought we was better than that. Like, we understand, like, most. The thing that made me. The reason why I'm so passionate about the changes in Guild Wars is because Guild Wars is the only game that has combat like this. They don't work on, like, mana bars and shit like that. Everything is based on, like, cooldowns, right? So, I seen Guild Wars as that one game that stood out. But now it's just turning into a fucking ESO, BDO type game where they don't give a fuck about balance and they just release these dumbass patches. And it's just like, what are y'all doing? Like, who is playing this game? Like, I don't care about the PvE shit. Y'all can buff whatever the fuck, because NPCs don't fucking move. They stand there. They get blown up in like 2 seconds anyway. But when you go to World vs. World, you got to worry about people dodging or getting ganked from behind or just playing PvP in general with people just making these bunker builds, standing on point. You really got to take into consideration about the builds and the cooldown changes that y'all make. And y'all really don't be paying attention at all. Like, to nothing. Y'all, I'm reading these patch notes like y'all didn't fucking do any Mechanist. What the fuck is Mechanist? Mechanist is a bullshit ranger, basically, where the fucking mech is retarded and he walks around hitting thin air and shit half the fucking time. It's basically a weak ass core NG that does nothing and dies and teleports. That's all they do. Die and teleport. So it's PvE mainly. Everything else, just a disappointment, man. Especially Warrior. The banner changes on Warrior. What they should have did with banners was just make them like faucets on Revenant, where you basically just activate them and they just follow you around. Like, what's wrong with that? Like the boons. If they gonna add something like that, they could have just added like, oh, power bonus after you activate it, and you get like 50 power or 100 power for like 10 seconds, but it pulses might while you have it activated or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know. I don't really like any of these changes that they made. This is not good for the game. I'm looking at let me read some. I'm gonna read you some of the comments that they have on here. Just read it. This is player feedback. This ain't even me just bullshitting. Very skeptical about the banner changes, and after Spellbreaker, now the next nerf Warrior vs. World build with Scorched Earth being nerfed, 300-second cooldown trait still in game. That was the dumbest shit ever. 5-minute cooldowns, like what the fuck, yo? I mean, I like the fact that people aren't like, got permanent stability, and my knockdowns don't really mean nothing because this fucking passive is gonna go off and save them. But at the same time, 5 minutes. 5 fucking minutes. Do you know how long fights last? Fights last probably like, well, before February 2020, fights would last probably like 5 to 10 seconds. And that was normal because people were used to that. They was like, all right, we're going to get into a fight. It's going to be over in like 10, 20 seconds, right? Now, fights go on for like 2-3 minutes. But 5 minutes is just too fucking. If you're fighting somebody for 5 minutes, that motherfucker is a bunker. He's not a fucking power or a condi spec. That fight is lasting too long. Like that's why, like you understand. That's why they had boxing matches. And boxing matches, like each round is like 2-3 minutes because they don't last that long. But 5 minutes is a fucking long ass time when you're in a fight in World vs. World or PvP. 5 minutes is too fucking long. They could have made it. They could have just left it at 100 seconds or 60 seconds. Like, what the hell? A lot of the traits were like 30 seconds or something like that. But 5 minutes is just too damn long. It's stupid. First thing I saw was nerf to a rune of saving up to get. Saved me lots of time. For real, you could hold with this patch. Warriors will wait for more serious offer. Let me see here. Catalyst, my poor Catalyst. What have you done? What have they done to you? So we going another year without addressing celestial abuse. Also, where the fuck are the Harbinger nerfs? Yeah, where the fuck are they? Where main hand pistol for Blazeborn? I don't see it in the patch notes. Did someone forget to add it in? They're not gonna give us dagger and dagger offhand like they did with Path of Fire. So they definitely not gonna give us main hand pistol. They're not gonna give Warrior another 3 skills. The balance team is still a joke. What are these changes? These are players, man. I'm not even bullshitting you. I'm literally on the forum reading the comments. Just going down, scrolling, reading the comments. Heal Herald with 100% boon duration could barely upkeep it. But don't forget, I don't know what I'm reading right there. Find it lagging a lot. So Catalyst Hammer, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to need some people to do the math on the banner changes because I don't get how this is better. It's not better because banners were giving you flat out damage. I'm telling you, I was in raids. The reason why banner got was popular because banner slave builds, because banners would give you like a bonus damage on top of might. Now Warriors is giving might and quickness just like any other class. I don't really see that as a standout. It doesn't stand out. It's just molding, and now it's just on the same level as everybody else. I don't really like that. I like when classes have their uniqueness and their their ability to stand out. Let me see here. Says the crit chance traits will be good in spots for classes. Puts it in arms for warrior. Yeah. They put it in a trait line nobody fucking uses. Who the fuck like I said, nobody uses arms. Unless they some dumbass person that just downloaded the game 2 minutes ago. And they was like, look at my build, guys. This is my roaming build that nobody fucking uses. And I killed one guy on it. So now I'm going to make a montage of me killing fucking up levels and shit. You forgot to list the Untamed changes. They didn't forget to list nothing. They didn't fucking add nothing. They added 2 hammer updates. Nobody uses hammer. Every time I've seen the Untamed walking around Worthless World, motherfucker gets shot down. He dead in like 3 seconds. It's not even a challenge. I look at that motherfucker like a bag. I'm like, look at that loot bag over there. I'm about to go kill that motherfucker real quick. Is this an out of season April Fool's joke? Meta unchanged, even worse. Still no other source of stab. No. What they should have done is they should have made stab harder to get. They done fucking added stab on everything. So now I'm running into people. I gotta play Spellbreaker to fucking rip that shit off. And then the way the boon ripping and boon strips work on this game is that it goes down the line. So say for example, hold on. Oh my god, my character's talking to himself. Fucking schizophrenic. So if depending on how far it is down the line, it's gonna be harder to rip off that boon. So So they should either change the priority for boom stripping, or just make getting stability so harder, because and Scrapper and Hollowsmith just has like stability abuse. They can just keep rotating, especially if they spec into like concentration or boom duration builds. They could just keep rotating it constantly. It's like they have stability the whole fight. Like flamethrower, for example. If they run flamethrower pauses stability, and they just have stability all day long. They should make stability a rare boon, like protection. It should either last like 1 or 2 seconds, and oh, no, not 1 second. 1 second is fucking stupid. Who the fuck on no? I would say 2 to 3 seconds, and cause that's enough for PvP at least. And maybe like 1 to 2 stacks, but adding stability and making it like 10 seconds long, like on Ranger, I think that's fucking dumb. Hold on, I'm gonna go show you Doyak stance for all the people that don't know. Let me see here. Let me read some more. Untamed is still dead and useless, huh? Imagine buffing boon meta. Right, yo. Like, we didn't have enough fucking elementalists and firebrands walking around just fucking healing people all goddamn day. Now they gonna add more boons, and it's gonna be harder to kill people now. Like, cause I don't have any fucking damage. Oh, well, we gave more classes might. What the fuck does that do? I literally have builds where I have 25 stacks of might, and I'm still hitting like 2,000, 3,000 damage. This is Doyak stance right here. This is the bullshit right here that I be talking about. It says, look at what it says. It says negative 33% incoming condition damage and negative 33% incoming damage. What? What the fuck? So, okay, so I use Companion's defense. Gain protection when you dodge. So that means that I gain 33%. What's that? That's 66% damage reduction. If people are running these boom builds where they just stack in protection, a lot of people they either run Moa stance because it gives you protection, and then Moa stance, what does Moa stance say? It says it increases the duration of boons you grant. So people would do this, right? They would use Moa stance, gain protection, and then he has 66 damage production just constantly, and then he just keeps dodging. He just keeps gaining protection. This Companion's defense does not have a fucking cooldown on it. No internal cooldown. So they just basically got perma protection sometimes. I'm not really good with Ranger, so I don't know the rotation. But I'm telling you, the people that I fight that know how to abuse the game, because ANET don't know how to balance the game, they abuse the system like that. They have permanent protection up on them. And no class really has like boom stripping. And I'm not going to fucking run sigils and runes that remove boons on every fucking build. It's just impossible to have at all times. But the way that people know how to abuse the game is they'll have all this fucking protection uptime, and it's just they just be so hard to kill, and it's just like, what the hell is going on? And then with the February 2020 patch, they nerfed all my fucking damage, so it makes it even harder to kill these power builds. I'm gonna read some more comments. Let me see here. Necromancers and Guardians are gonna keep on dominating PvP. Thanks for nothing. Time to take a break. Did you forget you gave many traits in game 300-second cooldown under pretense that you will be looking at them soon? Just remove them already. Yeah, just remove them. Nobody's fucking playing them shits. I don't fucking use the endure pain or whatever. This shit right here, shared anguish. I do not fucking run that. I would rather run something else. It's 5 minutes. Fights do not last 5 minutes. If it's lasting 5 minutes, fucking log out. Play another game. Go to fucking dying ass New World. Go to fucking BDO. Don't play a fucking game where you spending 5 minutes to kill one motherfucking person. Thief only gets more buffs in SA trait line. Nice, thank you, ANET. Now Wolf vs. World Roman is dead because everyone's playing Deadeye now, or SA Stealth Thief. Thank you, ANET. Not gonna lie, these are really bad or unassuming changes. I'm hoping the full list on Tuesday will not have a lot more and better changes than this. Nah, they said this is it. This is what y'all gonna get, so get prepared. That's what they fucking said. Get prepared for this bullshit that's about to be released to the game. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Who the fuck posted this shit? Ruby Bayer. Bitch, you need to be fired. And I know you didn't make these changes. You just posted about them, but fuck it, you a part of the problem too. You, CMC, Grouch, whoever the fuck is working there right now, all y'all motherfuckers need to be fired.